Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Talking about my EDC watch, the watch I carry every single day. This is a Stauer Ritorno self-winding or automatic watch that I've been carrying for about 6 months now. Love it a lot. Had one more other automatic before this one. Love the automatics because they're self-winding. They have a little pendulum, I suppose it's called, in the back side that self-winds. It spins anytime you move this thing around. You wear it and, well, as it spins, it winds the watch. Don't know if you can see that there. Let the camera focus for a second. See that? Hopefully, maybe. Spinning a bit. There you go. You can actually see the action on this thing on the inside, ticking and all that. Doubt you can see it there. Doubt the camera's going to be able to pick it up. But nice fine movement. Can't remember how many joules. I believe it's 27 joule movement on it. Stauer, you'll see them in the NRA magazine, American Rifleman, a lot of gun magazines and all that. Stauer used to be out of Germany. Of course, Germans make tremendous stuff, but due to increased cost of production, they eventually moved to China. Well, cheaper watches that way, and honestly, I've had no problems with them as far as functional use and reliability. Great watches. Had another one before this one that met untimely end. But let me talk about why I like an automatic. Well, first of all, I don't like digital watches all that much. Yes, I know digital watches come with temperature and barometer settings and timers and all sorts of stuff. That's great, that's fine. I know my father prefers those style watches because of all the functions and doodads and thingamabobs on them. I don't want thingamabobs and doodads on a watch. I want a watch. I want a watch that tells time. I want something classy. I've never been a fan of digitals. I always like the analogs. And so I've carried and worn, rather not carried, worn a Swiss Army watch for many, many years. Most of my childhood and early adulthood was with a Swiss Army watch. Can't remember what it was called, but eventually it gave up the ghost. It finally died on me. The little stands or pegs or whatever it was called gave out, and took it to a watchsmith and jeweler. He said, well, I can send it off to be repaired, but it's going to cost as much to repair it as to buy a new one. And so I've still got that old thing somewhere. I may do that at some point, but just didn't do that. Turned around and bought another Swiss Army watch that was about as close as I could get in size and whatnot to the original one. And this one came with the rubberized band and all, which took some getting used to, and I didn't have it for long, honestly. Well, I still got it, but didn't wear it for long. I wore this for 3 months maybe 4. Barely tapped this thing against something. It was a doorknob or something like that, and the darn thing cracked on me, the face on it. I had carried that other Swiss Army 12, 15 years, never had a problem, banged it up against everything. Now the face on here, the crystal was scratched all the heck, but it didn't shatter, it didn't break. So I was kind of disgusted at that point, and yeah, I probably should have sent the thing back to the manufacturer, but I didn't. I was just ticked off and threw this into a drawer somewhere and said, "Tech with Swiss Army. They don't make them like they used to." Started looking around, decided what I wanted, and of course the NRA magazine saw the Stauers, had seen those for a very long time. I said, you know what, let's take a chance. For $100, why not? I think this one was $225 or $250. I said, you know, for $100 at that point, let me get a classy watch. I need something classier than this thing. And I got the Stauer Graves watch, which was great. Loved it a lot. Here it is. Great watch. Had no problems at it whatsoever, except that I made the mistake. I had it off and picked it up upstairs and was walking towards the downstairs area, towards the steps, when I was trying to put it on like an idiot, and stumbled, and the thing fell off the balcony, the ledge, and fell a story, and of course fell on its face and smashed the heck out of it. So I don't know if you can see that there, but everything fell apart. The hands on everything just blew apart. Now the face stayed intact. That was nice. But for $100, I didn't mourn it too much. I'd had it maybe a year, over a year. So that's what I get for putting this thing on hardwood floors and where I was at. That was just stupid on my part. I just wasn't thinking. Screwed up. It slipped, and it paid the ultimate price. I heard a nice sound when it hit the ground. I knew it was dead. I knew it was over. So I looked at getting another one of these. But got thinking about it, said, no, let's go for something a little different. And besides, the price had gone up from about $100, what I paid for it, about 150, 175. And saw the Ritorno. Decided to get this one instead for several reasons. The primary one was the strap attachment on this Graves. You see it there, very classy, very stylish, but it's got these little studs that stick out. Now that's very interesting, very unique. The problem about that is it tends to catch on things. I don't wear this out in the woods or anything typically, but still, that had caught on more things that I can think about. Looks great, but I don't like the snag factor on that. That was the only problem I had with that. It came up fairly frequently when we catch it on smaller things, and so I went with more of a standard style on the Ritorno. As you can see here, another additional bonus of the Ritorno, the back side here has got a place for a photograph or something like that, which obviously, as you can tell, I have not put a photo, because that's a good mirror. That is an absolutely fantastic mirror image, as you can see the camera looking back at you there. This will make a fantastic little signaling mirror in any type of survival situation, anything like that, so I don't have to necessarily worry about having some kind of signaling device. This would work. Plus, if I had to shave with the image in that, I could. It's good enough. I could check myself out, scratch myself on the face out in the woods or something if I happen to have this with me, bug out situation, whatnot. I can see myself. Now, the primary reason I like the automatics, they're self-winding. I don't have to think about them. They're going to work. Now, you're going to have to wear the thing all the time or have it in one of those little tilt boxes they make to keep them charged, but I only own one of these. I don't see why I would want to own several. If I don't wear it for several days, which very rarely happens, it may wind down and stop running, but I wear it every day, so it's not a problem at all. You don't have to self-wind it. As far as wearing it on your wrist, you can twist the dial there to catch it up, especially when you first buy the thing. That's the way to get it up and running and accurate. Great watch. Just tremendous for $100. Can't say enough good things about it. For sort of a end-of-the-world SHTF situation, well, this is going to keep running once the digital watches the rest of you are wearing are out of batteries. So, or the standard analogs. So anything running on a battery is going to die eventually. Even if you've got replacement batteries, they're going to die eventually. Eventually, you're going to be out of luck. This one, as long as you don't drop it a story, like this poor sucker, it's going to be fine. It's going to run forever. I know Pavement Pirate wanted this video, and so here it is. He was looking at solar watches. Well, my problem with that is, what if there's no sunlight? I mean, you say, that's ridiculous when there's not any sunlight. Well, I don't know how much sunlight you need to run one of those. I have no idea. I've never owned one. But, you know, disaster strikes and you're living in a bunker somewhere in a basement. Is the candle lighting you're going to have going to be enough, or fire going to be enough to charge that thing? I don't know. I have no idea. Is it going to be able to recharge it consistently? Because one thing you don't want, if this is your only timepiece that you've got running, and this would be the last one running, is that when it stops, do you know how much time's passed till you get it started running again? Is the time right? So I think the automatics are great. And of course, you know, with their internals and all, they are more fragile. No doubt about that. But again, take care of your watch. Take good care. Think about what you're doing, unlike this one, and you'll be fine. This could have lasted me just about forever had I not gotten stupid with it. I'm living with a place with hardwood floors, which I've never dealt with before. Just didn't think about it. You know, carpeted, this would have fallen, I'd have picked it up, put it on, we'd have been fine. So, you know, I need to put this on in the bedroom or somewhere else where I've got carpet in the house, not out of the main thoroughfares. Whoops, my bad. Cost me $100 to learn that lesson, but oh well. Such is life. What you gonna do about it? So, I like the Stauer enough. I went back and bought another one. Would buy another one now. Would buy several. I may, actually. I may just buy one, not wind it, and keep it stored away as a backup, you know. SHTF watch. You know, if this one happens to go down, I've got the other ones never been wound up, never used. We're good to go. So, anyway, great watch. Again, I don't think you guys can see the quality of this thing and how beautiful it is from the camera here, just because it won't focus what I think is properly. So, anyway, it's got, what does it have on? It's got month and day of the week on it. This other one, the Graves, had a lot more on it. It had month, day of the week, actual day, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but the first, the second, the third, etc. Had another dial on it that had the day of the week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and also had a little daylight, you know, sun versus moon area right there. You know, is it daylight or dark? which, I don't know, might be kind of neat. Maybe a little superfluous, but overall, I thought this was a little bit classier than this one, but the Ritorno's nice. Very nice. Got it for about $100, I think. Like I said, I think the price runs a little higher across the board, but I got it on a sale. So anyway, Swiss Army, sadly, used to love them. This one ticked me off for as much as I paid for it. I got better service out of this one for half the price. So, again, love my Swiss Armies, but don't know if I'd go back to them, especially with my love of the automatics now. Just think they're classy. And a lot of people see my watch and go, nice watch, especially the some of the patients I treat, and I'll pull it off and flip it over the back and say, hey, look at this, and show them the mechanism on the inside, and they're just intrigued. They really are. Oh, that's neat. They just don't see that very much anymore. So, anyway, there's the Ritorno. I love my automatics. You may think differently. Wouldn't say anything bad about digital watches, but I just think this offers something different. A little different style, level of class, a little old school. Anyway, MD Prepper, out.